Netflix faces felony charges for the controversial French film called Cuties. A Tyler, Texas grand jury indicted the streaming service for promoting, quote, lewd visual material against the peace and dignity of the state. But a Netflix spokesperson says the charges are without merit and they stand by the film. If guilty, the corporation could be fined at least $20,000. Well, the internet safety organization Enough is Enough is calling on the Department of Justice to investigate Cuties. Enough is Enough President Donna Rice Hughes joins us now. Donna, great to see you. How are you?
Good to be with you.
Well, you are calling for the Justice Department to get involved. Why do you believe that they need to be a part of this?
Well, we initially called on the Justice Department to investigate on child pornography charges, and it's clear to us that the Netflix as well as the Cuties producers are clueless about child pornography and what constitutes child pornography. And when we saw this film, it's clear that there are child pornography violations. So to have a federal investigation and indictment on top of the Texas grand jury indictment sends a very loud message not only to Netflix but to other streaming platforms that there is a zero tolerance policy against this type of content. And one thing that a lot of people may not realize is that Netflix is still defending their the film on the basis that this is a social commentary on the issue of the sexual exploitation of children. But what's so ironic, John, is that the very children that they are attempting to say are being sexually exploited in our culture, they are sexually exploiting these 12, 13-year-old actresses by having them perform stripper-type moves, gyrating on stage in skimpy clothes, and even one actress actually is seen in a scene pulling down her pants and her underwear and taking a picture of her private parts and then posting that online. And so they have really gone over the top, and this is simply unacceptable. And we're also calling on Netflix to remove this film from their platform. And if they do this soon, they may be able to avoid a federal indictment.
Well, you can understand the backlash after that description there, Donna. Given your organization's focus on protecting children online, what are your major concerns with kids in front of screens all day now that we have the coronavirus lockdowns?
Thank you for asking that question because it's so important. Kids have always been at risk when they're online because they have access to all the good and all the bad. And so criminals have always been using this technology. But with the kids at home more and doing virtual learning, we have seen skyrocketing cases of child pornography, for instance. And the incidences of kids sexting has gone up dramatically. Sexual predators and sex traffickers are even more active online because the internet is their primary tool to recruit and groom kids as well as to sell them and also to sell women.
Real quickly, because we have just a little less than a minute left, I'd like to ask, how would you encourage parents to help protect their children without having to stand over their shoulders all day?
Yes. Well, first of all, go to our website at enough.org. We've got 5 steps to mitigate harm during COVID, and it's right up there on our homepage. And I would also ask your viewers to please sign this petition calling on Netflix to remove Cuties and on the DOJ to investigate. And they can find that at enough.org as well.
Donna Rice Hughes with Enough is Enough. Thank you so much for